Hey guys, what's going on? Weekend Ranger here. So today we have a instructional video on how to change the grips out of your AR-15 lower over here. Alright, so today I'm going to be changing out the black Magpul MOE grip that I have currently installed. I'm going to be changing it out for a green grip right here. This is about a 5-minute project. All you need is just 1 or 2 screwdrivers. That's pretty much it. You can honestly do it with just 1 screwdriver. 2 is a little bit more useful. Anyway, I have a flathead screwdriver right here. Okay, so what you want to make sure you do first is check your weapon before you take it apart, make sure it's safe. Go ahead and take the upper off of the AR-15 platform right here. When you go towards the grip back here, if it's a Magpul, sometimes it has the little cover right here. Just going to pop that out. So we can get you the spring. Pop that right out. Now you see inside there's a screw that's holding in the grip to the frame of the lower right here. So what we got to do is we got to take that screw out. When you start taking that screw out, you got to be careful because there's a retainer spring on the inside of the grip that actually holds the selector switch in place. So right here, you can kind of see it a little bit. It's a little silver in there. That is the retainer spring, and that holds the selector switch, the taunt pin, in place. So you got to be careful. You want to put it on a flat surface because that can get lost sometimes. So you want to do it when you have a reasonable amount of space to work with and some light to make sure you don't lose those things. Okay, so I'm just going to put that in there and take the screw out. Okay, screw comes out just like that. Oh, see that? I almost lost it. That wasn't on purpose. Okay, so you want to put the screw someplace safe where you're not going to lose it. So right there seems like a pretty reasonable spot. And now the grip, the Magpul grip, fits really nicely on the frame, so it's actually sticking in there pretty well. And you see as I pull the grip out, the spring comes out right here. Right? So right now there is a retainer pin holding in the selector switch still. If I mess with the selector switch a little bit, you see that will come just right out like that. And now taunt pin. Okay? When you put the taunt pin back in a minute, the little pointy end is facing up. The flat end is facing down towards the spring. Okay. So we have our old Magpul MOE grip. I'm going to take the retainer spring right out of there. And I'm going to put it in the new Magpul MOE grip. Right in its little home right there. Alright? So I'm going to throw this one out, put that off to the side. Like I said, I want to change the color. I don't like the black anymore, so I'm going to go towards the green. So now what we're going to do is we're going to put the rifle on. You want to get something like a piece of cloth and fold it over just for ease's sake getting the selector switch back in. So what we're going to do is we're going to put the selector switch back into the rifle. You put it in from this side, whatever side, depending on if you're right-handed or left-handed. I'm right-handed, so it goes back in right there. Okay. You'll hold it so it doesn't fall out. Flip it over. Now you have your taunt pin right here. The taunt pin goes back in. You can kind of see it. It's kind of like glare because of the oil, but the taunt pin goes back in right there. The hole right there. Okay? So you put the taunt pin back in. Give it a little tap to get in there. And now while you're holding the retainer or the selector switch, you want to put it down on a surface that will actually hold the selector switch in for you on the other side. Okay, so next we're going to put the grip back on. Well, let's see, what I just did is I dropped the spring out of the other end, the retainer spring. So instead of doing that like me, you want to hold on to it. Now this is actually the trickiest part of the whole entire thing, is getting this screw to go back in here. And the screw goes into the top hole right there. If the grip is facing this way, it's the top hole is where the screw goes back into, that one. Alright, so let's see if I can do this on the first shot. It actually has been taking me a couple shots just to even get the screw back in. Nope, there we go. Okay, so the screw is back in, again on the top one right there. And now this just slides on nicely. Oh, you know what I just did? I let the selector switch fall out. And see, that's why you got to keep it on a flat surface like that. See, I wasn't even following my own rule. So now the new grip just slides on nicely, just like that. Okay. Slides on right there, and now all we're going to do is we're going to just tighten the screw up on the bottom. You tighten that up all the way. Here you go. You will have a fresh grip on your AR-15. I'm not going to tighten it up all the way right now, but you get the general principle of how to do that. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully you learned something. The very next video, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and replace this old buttstock right here. Hope you learned something. Please subscribe to our channel and like us on Facebook. Alright guys, have a good one.